So, you guys asked the questions, and in this video I will be giving you the answers. I thought, what better place to do it than the great outdoors? You're watching Stubwood, and this is my first Q&A video. So this is actually the third time I'm recording this video. The last time I had corrupted files, and the one before that the audio was just horrible. So yeah, I didn't want to upload it because it would have just been dire to watch. You guys wouldn't have enjoyed it. Okay, so the first question, quarantine hair, I have is William101, who asks, who's your favourite cousin? Will, that is very cheeky, but yeah, I don't have favourites, Will, but you're an excellent cousin. My hair is really getting annoying. Damn, what is this? Okay, next question. From Douglas, what is the worst roller coaster you've ridden? Now to that, I'd say it's between a Zamperla Volare, which I rode in Vienna. That was dire. I didn't like it at all. I was literally clinging onto the cage-like restraints. But then again, Infusion at Blackpool Pleasure Beach is dire. I had a really bad ride on it in February on my last visit to Blackpool this year. And yeah, that's probably the worst ride I've ever had on a single roller coaster. And Infusion, you can have your own opinions on these SLCs, but in my opinion, they're not very good. So now we have Mr. Koller Oyster with a ton of questions. So a big shout out to you, man. Thank you for all these questions, and I'm going to answer every single one of them right now. So, let's start off with the first one. What park do you most want to visit in Europe? Not including Europa Park, because I'd love to visit that place again. I'd probably want to go to Phantasialand for Taron, Fly. Just the excellent theming. Just looks fantastic. Other than that, I'd say Wallaby Holland. Those two together just look stunning to me. But then again, you have Energylandia. Actually, I'd say all three are about the same level in terms of which park I want to go to. Now, I was actually meant to be going to Wallaby Holland in April before all this coronavirus thing started, so bit of a shame, but you know, it happens. And we're in this situation now. Let's just say, if we'd nail it down to one, Phantasialand. There you go. Next question, what park do you most want to visit in North America? Cedar Point. Wow, that place looks incredible. And not just for Steel Vengeance, literally all the other roller coasters there look beyond insane, and I really want to go as soon as possible, to be honest. What park do you most want to visit in Asia? Fuji-Q Highland. That's got to be the answer to that one. Just wow. Ijanika or Ejanika, I don't know how you say it. Looks incredible. 4D coaster, SNES I think, not Arrow because they went bankrupt. But yeah, that place looks incredible. Fantastic park in my opinion. I haven't even been there. Would you rather go to Liseberg or Wallaby Holland? Now, I've previously stated that I was meant to be going to Wallaby Holland this April. So I'd probably say Wallaby Holland, interestingly, but that by no means is that a diss on Liseberg. Wow, they look incredible as well. Like with the likes of Helix, Balder, Valkyrie, B&M Dive, looks like such a good park. Definitely, if I were to go there, it would definitely be one of my favourites. But Wallaby Holland for me, just, it's got an RMC, you know? And I really want to get on an RMC, to be honest. So yeah, I'd choose Wallaby Holland. Would you rather go on Lightning Rod or El Toro? Now this is kind of predicting a future video, but I'd say El Toro in my opinion. The ride just looks huge, but then again, Lightning Rod has the launch and that quadruple down, so I'd say they're about neck and neck, but El Toro just about edges it out for me, personally. What's your least favourite coaster? Already said that. Infusion or the Zamperla Volare that I rode in Vienna. What's your favourite memory from Europa Park? Well, it's got to be riding Eurosat Can-Can coaster for the first time or riding Silver Star for the first time. Just both blew me away. Eurosac Can coaster, the theme, the sound. I've got a mini review on it, so if you want to check that up, it's up there somewhere. And yeah, both were fantastic memories, and I cannot wait to get back to Europa Park. Fantastic place. What's my rarest credit? I haven't ridden too many coasters, so I'd say my rarest credit is probably I gotta think about that one. Probably the Boomerang in Wiener Prater, Austria, because it has lap bars and it was a decent ride. Very forceful. What do you use to count your credits? Most of the time RCDB, to be honest, but I do sometimes drift off a little bit. Yeah, I kind of make up my own ways really, and I'm not too bothered about roller coaster credits. It is good to ride as many as possible, but I'd only really care about some of my favorites. What's my favorite color scheme for a coaster? Sorry about the wind, by the way, it suddenly got really windy. I quite like turquoise and blue, so I'd say a turquoise track color. Well, if it was a B&M, turquoise track color, blue supports, that'd look pretty good. Something a bit like Kumba. Kumba's color scheme looks beautiful, and the way it goes around the landscape, wow, that looks like a good ride. But yeah, on a separate coaster that exists, that I've ridden, I don't know, to be honest. I've got to think hard about these. I quite like Galactica's. Could do it with a paint job though. It isn't looking great. Hasn't been looking great for the past few years now, actually. But yeah, probably Galactica's color scheme. Do I think Ikon has 1 or 2 inversions? Sticking by RCDV's webpage, I'd say 1, even though that Immelman is very, very close to being an inversion. And I can see how some people would consider it an inversion, but in my opinion, I don't think it is. How many channels have I subscribed to? A lot, because I used Stubwood as my main account before uploading about a year and a bit ago. So I've subscribed to a lot of channels like Theme Park Worldwide, Jack Siltstone, Screwy Loops, an absolute ton load of people, and actually quite a lot of you guys, so yeah, there you go. What is my favorite thing apart from coasters? I love trains. I've always loved trains from when I was a little boy, and roller coasters was mainly like the side hobby kind of thing that I was interested in. So I grew up going to all these heritage railways, which for those of you who don't know, is a place where you can view all these old steam locomotives from the 1950s, 1930s, and I still enjoy watching steam trains as well. But roller coasters have kind of topped them recently. I don't know why that is. It's probably just because of my age, and because with roller coasters you get a sense of thrill out of it, and I love a sense of thrill. So yeah, I like trains. What do I think is better? Mack Rides, Gerstlauer, or S&S? That is a very good question. I'd say, I don't know, you see, because I haven't actually ridden an S&S coaster that I know of. Oh no, I have. No, have I? I don't know, to be honest. But yeah, that is very difficult. I'd definitely put Gerstlauer last, just because they can be a little bit jerky at times. Okay, here it is. I'd go S&S, Mack Rides, and Gerstlauer. Why S&S first? Well, because of their air compressed launches. They look fantastic. Like some of the ones in Asia and America, like Max Force and Dododompa at Fuji Q Highland, just look incredible. And I bet you get a real sense of thrill. Mack Rides are great as well. You've got the likes of Ikon, Bluefire, Helix, Copperhead Strike, so many coasters. And Gerstlauer, I've already stated, they can be a little bit jerky. What do I use to edit my videos? I use DaVinci Resolve. It's free and it's perfect. It's like Adobe, but free. Honestly, it's so good. I use it every single time I upload. And there's loads of tutorials if you ever get stuck, so highly advise it. And if you are a content creator who's wanting to start out there, I'd use DaVinci. Just don't try and get the paid version. Get the free one. Least favorite merchandise I own. I can't show you here, but I'll like take a picture and put it in now. It's just a small pencil sharpener, pink, from Alton Towers. I don't see much use in it, to be honest. but it's merchandise. I have it. Why not have it, I guess. And the final question from you, Mr. Koller Oysters, airtime or inversions? Now, I would have said inversions before I went to Europa Park, but seeing as I went to Europa Park, I'd say airtime. Silver Star, Woden, you get thrown out of your seat so much in both of them. Woden has more float airtime, and so does Silver Star, to be honest. But if you've seen my Silver Star review, you'll know that I absolutely love the drop off the mid-course on Silver Star. It's crazy, it's pure ejector airtime, and I love it. Now, that's about it for Mr. Koller Oyster's questions. So thank you, man, I really appreciate it. Okay, now we have Zoodle88. What's your favorite animal, and which animal do you think would enjoy a roller coaster the most? My favorite animal is a meerkat. I don't know why, I just like meerkats. And an animal that would enjoy a roller coaster the most, probably a chimpanzee, something along the monkey lines, anything not too dissimilar from that, because they're more or less similar to us as humans, as a species. So yeah, that's a good question. Definitely a different question. Thank you for posting that. 24/7 roller coasters. Have you been to a park in the US? Not yet, sadly, but in the future I aim to do so. Yeah. Now, RideFacts asks, what's my favorite park? And to that, I'd say Europa Park in Germany. Fantastic place, the theming's really good. And although some people don't like the thrill rides, I personally really like them. Silver Star's my number one. So yeah, Europa Park's my favorite park. And the final question is from Mr. John, the Fave Sister. I'm not answering that one, John. That was very cheeky of you. That's it for the Q&A, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Remember to stay safe, and that's a goodbye from me.